so that it doesn't go more than about 8 minutes. 8 minutes, yeah. All right, I'm going to move this closer. I'm sorry, I don't know everybody's name yet. What's your name?
Killian.
Kaylin?
Killian.
Killian. Killian? Killian? Killian. Killian.
Yeah.
Killian, all right. I'm your client. Come talk to me.
Okay, so the first thing, my site's in, or my building's in like a full shown view.
So you want this thing visible from down the hill.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
So you've stayed clear of these trees. Very good. You made that decision.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the second, I chose the entry at the second point.
Access point number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So there's 2 decisions that have been made. First decision is it visible from down the hill or hidden? He's decided to make it visible. The second decision that he's made is he's using access point number 2. All right, Kellyanne. So I want to know where did you place your entry porch?
The southeast.
Southeast corner. So, okay, keep going. How big did you decide on how big to make your entry porch?
Well, my entry porch is not big. It's pretty small. It's 12 by 16 or 14.
Is that an allowed? Can you guys tell me if that's an allowed dimension? So what are the parameters for the size of the entry porch? It's in your program. What's the minimum width? That's the depth. 12 to 24. So it's allowed to be a minimum of 12, a maximum of 24. And what's the minimum height and the maximum height?
20.
Maximum height is 20. I'm sorry?
12?
I don't know. I don't have the well, tell you what, why don't you guys grab your prompt and bring it forward. Show me what it says.
It's 12 inches high, 24 inches. For the 24 inches width, 12 inches high. And for the sunset porch, it's,
Not inches.
I mean feet. Yeah, feet.
It's 12 to 20 high.
12 to 20 high.
And 12 to
So minimum height is 12. Okay. Is your minimum height 12?
Yeah. It's 12 by 16.
I'm going to get a scale and double check you, okay? All right, this little model is 1/8 of an inch to a foot, right? All right, let's take a look at this. All right, so you put it in the southeast corner, right? And it should be 3 feet up off the ground, so we'll double check that one first. And it is about 3 feet off the ground. And as far as height is concerned, it's only 9 feet high. So it doesn't meet the minimum height requirement. And then width, it is about 14 feet wide. Looks like you got your depth correct at 5 feet. So your height is not high enough. Okay? So this is part of the process that you guys have to go through as a designer, is verifying this stuff. Okay? So it's not high enough. Here's another thing I'm going to ask. If I am a person walking up this trail, right, at 1/8 inch to a foot, I'm going to be about about 3/4 of an inch tall. Okay? So 3/4 of an inch tall. I got a question. Did your studio instructors make you guys print yourselves yet at the 2 sizes? Do you guys have those with you?
I'm not print now, but we made the PDF.
You didn't print them?
On Monday we have like the final.
Yeah, but I need you guys to actually have them so that they're in the class, printed, so that they're the right height. So this is about how tall a human being is right here. You guys see the little mark there? So Kellyanne, come around this side. And I want you to take a look. Why did you choose to place it on the southeast corner?
Because the entry's right here.
Right, but you've got a wall here, right? Wouldn't it make more sense to put it more this way so that it's more lined up with where you're coming from?
There you go.
Okay, so that's just some food for thought. So that's something to think about, right? So think about how a person is going to walk up to the building and then approach it. By putting it on that side, the person's going to approach and then have to jog sideways. You know, maybe there's a reason for that, but you know, maybe you might want to have them just turn the corner and say, oh, there's the entrance. It's right in front of me. I'm creating this axis to it. Okay? So, like when you guys, if say you guys were to get out of the elevator and you were going to the center of the building, right? When you turn the corner, that corridor sets up the path you're taking, right? But what if there were no walls and you still had to get to the same place? You would probably look for the doors. Say this was an all open area, you would look for a set of doors down there and you would walk towards the doors, right? Doesn't that make sense? So it's the same thing with your site. Grab your chair, grab your chair. So one of the critiques that I would suggest to you, Kellyanne, is that you make sure you're meeting the minimum height requirement, which is 12 feet. This way is correct, and this way is correct. The depth is correct. Okay? Now, let's ask another question. How did you decide on how tall to make the entrance?
I decided by the space that was going to be inside.
The height of it is going to have not going to have a lot of bearing on the shape of the plan inside. Like, why make it really tall? Why make it short? Did you think about that or you didn't?
No.
No? Okay, so that's another thing that you guys got to think about. What would lead to the decision of, I want to make it as low as possible, or I want to make it as high as possible? Okay? And so that's a decision that I'm going to ask you all to think about in your designs. Okay? It's up to you. You can go in either direction. You can go as high as possible, you can go as low as possible, you can go in the middle. It's your call. Okay? But I would say that why don't you decide if you want to leave it there, but you decide that a person's going to come walking up here. They're going to be about this tall. Right? So this person's going to go, da, 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 and then right at this point that they're here, they can't see much of the building because this wall is about 3 feet tall. And they're down the hill from it. So as they come up and they turn the corner, right? So here comes this person, right? It might be more natural to just walk straight at the entry than to have to walk and kind of jog over. So two suggestions for you. Okay? All right. Did you draw your plan view of this?
Yeah.
Can you bring it real quick? Or do you have it?
No.
You don't have it? Okay, so one of the things so the time's up. Okay, I'm going to finish this up. So like right now, one of the things here's something that's going to be hard. This is something that's really important for you guys all to understand. When you come to class with certain materials or certain things that you're asked to bring, there's usually a reason for it. So now the reason that I need the plan is because the next critique and discussion and suggestions that I could give you would relate to what's left of the space in relationship to the back porch. So now in order for me to have that dialogue with you, I need you to get the plan. I need you to get that other part done. Okay? All right, go ahead and stop the video.